Pause Contact, a show where we get to see another side of our DFW heroes. I'm your host, Louis Pacheco, and today we're joined by two Dallas PD sergeants. We have Sergeant Sean Peace and Sergeant Renee Sanchez. Guys, thank you for coming on the show.
Heck yeah, thanks for the invite.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, sir. So I'm going to give a quick intro. Sean, you grew up in Dallas. You went to J.J. Pierce High School, and after high school, you attended Texas Tech University, where you received a bachelor's in agriculture. You also received a master's in divinity from Southwestern Theological Seminary. And as you've told me, you are divine.
Mm-hmm. I am.
You'll have to explain that to me later.
Okay.
You joined the Dallas Police Department in 2013. During your career, you've worked in North Central Patrol, North Central CRT, Northeast. You were a robberies detective, a special investigative unit detective, and then you promoted to the rank of sergeant, where you've worked in patrol at Northeast, Southeast, and currently you're a Northeast Patrol Supervisor.
Yeah.
You are also the fourth vice president for the Dallas Police Association and currently running for the Dallas Police Association president. Mm-hmm. Awesome.
Yeah.
Renee, you grew up in Dallas as well. Specifically, you grew up in Pleasant Grove and you graduated from Spruce High School. You attended Cedar Valley College and joined the Dallas Police Department in 2005. During your career, you've worked Southwest Patrol, Burglary Task Force, Disruption, Intelligence, Organized Crime, Major Crimes, and then you promoted to the rank of sergeant. And you work Northeast Patrol, and you're currently the supervisor over the gang unit. You are also the first VP of the National Latino Law Enforcement Organization and the president of the Blue Guardian Foundation.
Sounds right.
Those are impressive resumes, gentlemen. They really are. So again, thank you guys for coming on the show. I don't know how your spice tolerance is, but how are you feeling? How are you guys feeling right now?
We're fixing to find out.
And don't be scared of these labels here. We got the Devil's Butthole and some other ones going on. When I first thought about inviting you guys, I didn't know if this was, going to be, a challenge of the associations being your positions, or a challenge of the mustaches, because you guys got some amazing mustaches.
I'm gonna take that W on that one.
Yeah, I'll give it to him.
But I would tell you this: there's a myth that Mexicans we can put up with heat. That's false.
That's false.
Yeah, I'm not that guy.
When I asked you, I remember you're like, you don't even eat hot sauce.
Nah, I do not.
You were like, I don't even do that. So, and before we get any further, please like, comment, and subscribe to the show. We greatly appreciate it, and it helps the channel. All right, guys, Let's get started. Without further ado, let's get into our first wing.
Ooh.
Remember, we're going from left to right.
That's right.
It's good.
Let me give it some time.
So, growing up, did you guys play any sports when y'all guys were in high school?
Yes.
Renee?
I got the kind of like the Al Bundy story, right? And my wife and my son, they always make fun of me, right? Because I always go back to middle school. I was a co-captain for a soccer team at EB Comstock, which is in Pleasant Grove too.
Okay.
And back then it was it's a rough school to go to, right? It was a lot of gang violence, a lot of shootings, a lot of drugs over there, right? But my dad was pretty strict with us. He was a disciplinary, right? And so what he did, what he said, we did, right? Just with the look, he had to say nothing. Not a matter of too many words either, right? But we understood just by looking at him. Hey, we need to go inside the house, or But I played soccer. We won a championship there. Then went to Spruce High School and continued to play soccer there. We didn't win no state championships there, but we went to the finals and playoffs. But soccer's in my heart.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
I heard you were also a part-time wrestler. Is that true?
Yeah. They call me Mil Máscaras. El luchador, right? You know what? If I was a luchador, I'd probably el bigotón or something like that, right?
Well, I was wondering if you had the mask.
I got a couple of masks. I got it at the house, right? And then I get in character,
Oh my gosh.
That's a different channel, though.
It is.
What about you, Sean, growing up? Did you play any sports?
Yeah, I mean, I did the soccer thing growing up.
Yeah.
Kind of very similar. My dad was the coach.
Okay.
So, everything was always harder on the coach's kid to perform. So I played in North Dallas, and actually a couple of the kids that I played with back in the late 70s went on for MLS stuff. So it was pretty cool. Then I transitioned into football in junior high, in high school.
What's your favorite professional sports currently?
It's going to be football.
Football?
Yeah.
I remember you telling me you're a big fantasy football guy.
Yeah, and that's when you asked me about my favorite team, I'm like, I really don't have a favorite team, because in college I started doing the fantasy football stuff, and it's just where, I like watching players
Yeah.
and seeing, how well they do.
Are you in a couple of leagues right now?
I actually hadn't been.
Really?
Yeah, I did really well in one league, and then I wasn't invited back. So if there's somebody out there wanting to start one and needs somebody, hit me up next year.
Oh my gosh! When we get done, I got to show you. I have a trophy for the league that I'm in right now. We'll order it. It's pretty cool. What about you? What's your favorite professional soccer team?
Los Rayados de Monterrey. I like watching international soccer.
Yeah.
Right. People they like Madrid, they like, Roma, but I like the league in Mexico.
Have you been down there to see them?
Yes, I went to a new stadium when they first built it.
Really?
I took me and my wife went out there, had a whole tour of the whole stadium. So it was it's an experience. But I like watching MLS here and Mexico leagues and keep up with them.
You take trips to go down there?
Oh yeah.
Check out the games.
I went to a Clásico. You call them Clásico games.
Nice.
It was Los Rayados contra America, and then that was a big game. And I don't know if I got in trouble coming back, but I stayed out there too long.
Too long.
Yeah. And it's funny to say that because I was thinking about it, like you said, you had a friend that actually married to MLS. It's actually an officer that went with we went to school together in Comstock, and we won the championship team. So y'all need proof. His name is Hugo, and he works in assaults.
Okay.
And so he was a captain actually of the soccer team.
He's the witness.
Yeah, he's my witness.
He can validate everything.
So I need him to sign something so I can show proof to my son and my wife. They don't believe me. And the one
You're
trophy,
really a player.
Yeah, and the one trophy I had, they destroyed it.
Who destroyed it?
My wife and my son.
Surely it was accidental.
It was accidental.
Yeah.
I tried to super glue it together. It didn't work. So I just took the name tag and I put it in my garage for memories. It's, you gotta talk about those times, you know? It's my Al Bundy, talk after some beers.
Guys, we're going to move on to our second wing.
Okay.
First one wasn't bad.
Oh.
Don't be taking no baby bites, Renee. I'm watching.
I got big teeth, so it doesn't allow me to take.
Sean, have you always wanted to be a police officer?
Yeah, I always have. Life kind of led in different directions. And right when I first graduated from college, or was graduating, we have a family friend that was the helicopter pilot for DPS. Flew, DPS 101 back in the original days. And they flew out of Hudson Airport, I remember, in Mesquite. And so I'd go over there, and man, it was so cool. And he, I remember going to his retirement party. They had it at the Ranger Hall of Fame in Waco, and he had so many books, like photo albums of all the stuff he did. It's right when I was graduating, starting out, getting married and stuff like that. And I went and talked to him, and kind of like you were talking about earlier, they were like, "Hey, you're great material for this. Are you married?" I said, "No, I'm engaged." And they said, "Okay, go home, talk to your fiance, tell her you're going to be living probably in some place like Fort Stockton for the next 5 years, earning $28,000. And yeah, that didn't cut it. And of course, I'm thinking, I just got this college degree. I should be making hundreds of thousands of dollars, not $28,000. So it went by the wayside then, and got set up with the state of Texas Department of Agriculture, and did that for the next 20 years.
Did you officially retire from the state?
Yeah. So I have that pension sitting out there, and get this one too.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Wow.
That's awesome. What about you, Renee? Have you always wanted to be a police officer?
I think when it started was in, I guess, my last year. I was thinking last night when you asked me those questions. Last night I was thinking, where did it start? Me wanting to be an officer. It was my senior year at Spruce. I was skipping school, lunches and everything else. But I had a vice principal there. His last name is Gonzalez. I was never able to find him. But he retired from the DEA, and then he went to teaching. And he was a vice principal at Spruce that year, 98, 99, that year. And he showed me pictures when he was in DEA, and he showed me pictures of the investigations and all that. And I would catch myself going back to his office and asking him questions. So I think that's where it started. I never saw myself being an officer. I never saw that, but it came natural to me helping, right? My brothers, my sisters, or being the taking care of them, looking out for them. It came natural just taking that role, I guess, and I still do it. Even to my good friends growing up, I still have them. People say, "How long you been on Carlos or Tony or Trino?" I said, "Man, I've been on them 30 years. I grew up with them. I still got the same friends from middle school and high school." And it was, I guess, it's a little bit of that, right? And then that's how I guess that's why I'm here.
And you did 20 years for the state. What did you do before law enforcement?
I went to the DSO. I went to the sheriff's department.
Okay.
But when I left high school, I started working at Coca-Cola as a merchandiser and a side loader, driving the trucks here and there.
Yeah.
And then from there, I was going to Cedar Valley College, and then I saw the opening for DSO. I thought I was going to be a deputy right there, right? I said, okay, I'm going to be a deputy. I'm going to be an officer. I'm going to have that badge, right?
You've been working intake.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know you had to do 2 years inside the jails, right? Yeah. And inside the jails, that's where everything started. I started knowing all the difference between a deputy, an officer, a DART, DPD, and everybody at the county. They were actually working towards going to DPD, but nobody had, you needed 45 hours, and you needed hours, and nobody had them back then. So you worked the jails.
Yeah, times have changed. It's crazy when you talk about the salaries and what we used to make years ago. I think I started out at 30,000.
Yeah.
Like 22,000.
Yeah.
And then the education, and just over time things have gotten different.
But I'll tell you one thing. When I left the county, came over here and said, "Hey, they're gonna start you up at 38,000 a year." I said, "I'm gonna buy a house. I'm gonna buy a car. I'm gonna have 10 kids." But it's just different time back then.
Yeah.
That was a lot of money.
Yeah.
And now you see the rookies over here.
They're making good money, man. Them guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Goodness. Well, real quick, I'm going to give a quick thank you to our sponsor, Point Man Real Estate Team. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in a house, definitely give them a call. They're the number one choice for our veteran and first responder community. Their number, you can reach them, is at 214-949-2040. Guys, we're on to our third wing.
And which was this one?
Right along.
Which was this one?
I think that's the devil's butthole. I think so. That's
Very appealing.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the one. That one's nasty.
Yeah, I've had it.
You liked it? Or that face, you're so...
Trying to figure that one out. Oh. Yeah, it has a little bit of a kick there.
Yeah.
A butthole kick, right?
Even though I've had these multiple times, they still don't get any easier.
Yeah, we got to edit some of this.
You always use the same ones?
I've switched a few of them up. There's a few here and there that we switch around, but majority of, I would say 70% of them are the same. And there's maybe three that I switch up.
Because I just want to handle this better than Chief Foy.
Oh, man.
That's my whole thing.
Oh, Jeremy was dying by the fourth wing, I think. Hey, Sean, what's one thing about your career that you didn't expect?
I would say more so when I got into like robberies, the fact that it's hard to get the truth out of people. Even people that you're trying to help. Yeah, it's getting me too. I might have to switch over to the leche here in a minute.
Yeah.
So that
was rough.
That was, something getting used to.
Yeah.
Of when you're investing everything to help people out, and then you're finding out that they got you started on the, the wrong foundation to begin with, and you're having to backtrack and things like that.
Yeah.
Just something I hadn't experienced in other stuff.
Yeah. What about you, Renee? What's one thing about your career that you didn't expect?
Didn't expect this dang chicken wing to hit me
yeah.
either.
Yeah, that third one's kind of spicy.
That was rough.
What's your salt trick again?
Put it on your tongue. See if that's now. I think to me is being embedded so much in the department already. Into the association, the nonprofits, and just my day to day. It's I live the department. I breathe it. I never thought I was gonna take that role.
Yeah.
Right, as trying to guide officers, take care of officers, protect them.
Do you feel like that you didn't realize how strong that brotherhood would be?
Oh yeah. So that brotherhood is real, right? It's more than just wearing a badge or putting a uniform or taking that oath.
Yeah.
I think a brotherhood is something that you develop in time and you understand what it means. And the meaning behind it is you actually have to do the job, understand it. Understand others, they're actually doing the same job that you're doing, and seeing their point of view, right?
Yeah.
And being able to protect each other, take care of each other, right? And not just in good times, right?
Yeah.
But in those rough times.
With all the experience and the years behind you, what's one piece of advice you would give to somebody starting out in your career in law enforcement?
I say, what I hear a lot of these youngsters when they come in, young officers, right?
Yeah.
They want to jump straight into the specialized units, right? I think patrol is the best kept secret. I think that's where you learn the basics,
right?
And take your time with the basics and understand what you're doing, understand the job. Take the time to invest in yourself. If the department's not training you, go outside the department. Try to find some training. Try to understand what you're doing, and enjoy those first 5 years, right?
Right.
And then get those bad habits out. Get comfortable in your own skin and your own uniform, to where, when you take the next role, you'll be able to explain to those rookies as a TFO, as a trainer, right? That this is the reason why we do it this way,
Yeah.
right? And be safe, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's it. And don't be scared to get into those priority ones, right?
Oh yeah.
Get embedded, just lock into those.
What about you, Sean?
No, I mean, I
what's a
think-
piece of advice you would give?
I mean, obviously, I'm emotional. Listen to Renee. It's one of my
Yeah.
eyes are tearing up here. But
Is a fan on it?
man, especially what he was talking about as far as you're starting out.
Yeah.
Completely agree with that. And I think part of that too is building up a good reputation. So, people know that you're going to show up and you're going to do your part in whatever call it is. You're willing to do whatever it takes as part of a team. Then down the road, after you've got that experience and you apply for a smaller unit, you already have that reputation of being a team player and somebody that, they can rely on. And I know from working in small groups in the past, you might get into something on your Friday and you have plans with the wife and with the family. But you've built up a good reputation and a good team that they all know if they cover me on this to where I can go ahead and go do my thing, well, I got them the next time. And man, that goes a long way, in this business and in this world. But yeah, just not trying to do anything too fast. Getting all that foundation done, it makes you better for every single step that we do. So when you promote to a corporal and you have the opportunity to start training, well, it's hard to really train good if you hadn't had all those experiences yourself.
Yeah.
And sometimes they're bad experiences. You learn from that, and you tell people,
Yeah.
hey, don't do it this way. It's easy to do it this way. Don't fall into that.
I agree with both you guys, and I think it's kind of funny when I see young officers, and I know it's not their fault, but they want to move up the rank and they promote pretty quickly,
Yeah.
and then they're still learning. and now they're in a training role. And so, I think that's the best thing is to stay in patrol for a little bit, get your feet wet, learn as much as you can, answer those calls, because we forget. There's times I haven't been on a call in so long. Luckily, I've done so many of them over the course of years that I remember them, because sometimes we don't do them all the time. And, I hate to be in that role of.
So you're making me emotional too?
Oh, shut up.
And I tell you, and I say this, Pacheco, that's actually what happened to me. I was in disruption. I had like 5 years on. all of a sudden I get a phone call. So you go into intelligence. I said, what is that? I don't even have an email. I don't even like typing,
Yeah.
What am I, what's intelligence, right? Made some calls and everything else, and they told me, they want you to, do like prison gangs, cartel stuff, organized crime. I'm like, okay, I'll do that.
Yeah.
But when I went over there, I wasn't ready to take the uniform off. I was an enforcement guy.
Yeah.
I was in the streets guy. I wanted a running gun, right? Oh, here, at a slower pace. And at times I wanted to leave. I wanted to go back. Because I wasn't ready for, to detective work. I was still young.
Yeah.
I still wanted to be in the field, kind of operation disruption, be with the guys, run around. But by that time we got dismantled, so it was no going back. It was going back to patrol, right? But I did, it was some back and forth. Hey, should I stay here, file cases, behind a desk? And I still had that mentality of being an enforcement.
Yeah.
Going out there, jumping out of cars, getting, foot chases and all that.
Yeah.
So after I went up there, the first year and a half was kind of rough. Because I was used to, that, being, that cop, and I missed that. So that's why I tell everybody, don't be so quick to jump, right? Enjoy those first 5-6 years in patrol.
Get it out of your system.
Yeah, get it out of your system. Exactly.
Yeah.
On that note, we're going to move on to our fourth wing, folks.
Oh, now do we have to?
Yes, we have to. We got to keep this train rolling.
So it gets worse or it gets better?
I'll let you be the judge of that.
It's only one bite too, and it's killing me.
It's not the first bite that gets you.
Oh,
It's the linger.
It's the linger. That was not that bad. I think we might have had a mix-up.
I think we did too.
I'll have to talk to
Your staff.
my staff, see what they did wrong.
oh yeah.
Like, they're-
I'm gonna keep on biting that one.
you can bite that one throughout. What, Sean? What's been your most favorite job you've had on the department?
Man. To me, being a detective in SIU, I think that was the ultimate. And, when, at least in Dallas, SIU falls under the homicide umbrella. And so it's important for us to also pick up homicide cases. And, everybody always talked about homicide being number one. And I know I think one of your first episodes, we had
Ted
my
Gross
classmate
and Philip Wheeler.
Yeah, and Teddy on here, homicide detectives.
Yeah.
But SIU. So we're out in SIU. Our complainant, our victim, is the officer, or the firefighter, and it's like, man, there's nobody I want to work for more to bring justice than them. We also always had usually video, because we had, body cam or something available. We usually had witnesses involved in it. So I did a lot of dang prosecution reports, a lot more than I did anyplace else, because you always follow through, with those cases. But just being able to really bring justice to your brothers and sisters in this thing of, and being able to see it through and complete it. But man, patrol supervisor, that's also another one right up there, because I think the biggest thing with the supervisor in this department is you really can help your troops. You can help guide them. Sometimes that has to be through discipline, but you can do that. You can protect them from doing, the stupid shit, and redirect them and things like that.
Yeah.
So it's a different thing, but it's also real high up there. And then, what the two of us do related to our associations. Same thing. It's just being able to help folks and help them to stay out of trouble and take that next step and move along.
Talking to you guys, the other day and interviewing y'all both, y'all's priority is the officers. And I hope that people know that at DPD, that these guys, man, they truly, after interviewing them and getting to know them a little bit more, more than what I know you guys now, I feel like we're on a deeper personal level. I feel like you guys truly, that's like y'all's number one thing is just the officers and helping them out and being available, being that just a phone call away if they need something and trying to do right by them. What about you, Renee? What's been your favorite job on the department?
I think I go back to my disruption days.
I used to hear stories. I think I had just come on.
They're all true.
I used to hear stories about disruption all the time.
Yeah.
And then the shootings. I think there was a few shootings that some guys got into. And
it was. It was
just wild.
Yeah.
Statute of limitations. Remember, don't provide too much.
That's key. No, I think that's where everything started for me. Was I started at Southwest, right? And I had people, you graduate from the academy and everything else, but then you go straight there. I think Saul Sarmiento kicked me out of Southwest, sent me straight to disruption. He was a rookie sergeant too, but I was in accidents. I was wrecking cars. He goes, I need to get rid of you. So he got rid of me. He says he called his buddy. He had Operation Disruption. Hey, I got one for you. And then they shipped me out to Disruption. I said, what's Disruption? What is that?
Yeah.
I get over there, and that's when I guess the brotherhood, backing each other up, taking care of each other, everything started. Some of the guys that I still talk to, the still officers, they got married while we were in Disruption. I think 3 of them got married. I think Major, Cardenas, Sharkey, I think Barnes, Eric Barnes. Everybody got married while we were there, right? And we worked together, so we knew each other's family. The kids, we just knew each other. We knew everything about each other. And nobody called in sick, man. I think the first 10 years of my career, I never called a day.
I think when you're having so much fun when you're young, it's like you enjoy coming to work. You don't want to call in.
You're responsible for your partner, so hey, I'm gonna call in sick. Are you coming in? I've got to come in. I'll come in. Yeah. So if he took off, I took off. But if he was working, I was working, right? So, and back then, like I said, I was making good money. I didn't think about.
Yeah.
Back then, it was just running and gunning. By the time the 10th year came, I was like, I got all the six. I didn't know about pensions. I didn't know about 401ks.
You don't care about that stuff till we're over.
Yeah, we didn't. Nobody sat me down. And then if somebody did sit me down regarding pensions and 401ks, it was one ear at the other.
Yeah.
I wanted to know more about the vice, narcotics, gangs, and police work. And I was more in bed. You sleep it, you eat it.
Looking back now, what's been your least favorite job you've had on?
You know what? I guess least. I guess I enjoy being a sergeant too, right? It's just the admin work that comes to it.
Yeah.
I think it shift. I know back then when I came as a rookie, sergeants were working. We're out there. We're doing with the troops. They were doing certain things out there. Now it seems like it shifted. Now sergeants are more audit based. They want you to do this, audit that, here. Yeah. Then it makes a sergeant come out like he's more of a manager than a natural born leader, right? Like somebody that officers can come to them and depend on them and teach them how to do the job, right?
I would agree. I used to see them in the field all the time, and they still go out, but not as much.
No, and there's they get stuck reviewing this body worn camera, that, and all these matrices. And I understand liability with the city. I know that because working as an association rep, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, a lot of that we need to, I guess, take some of that stuff away, right? To where a supervisor can be a supervisor, can be out there with the troops, right? And then and understand, right, that their job is to guide these young officers, teach them, do the ride along. Back then, you got in trouble, you did a ride along with your sergeant, right? And then
I haven't seen that.
no, because you get so stuck in all these audits, which I understand, right? 100% understand what they're there for, right? But at the same time, it needs to be somewhere where, if you got one sergeant like a compliance, let him take care of all that stuff, and let the sergeants be sergeants in the field, right? Let them be supervisors in the field, And
What about you, Sean?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with a lot of the same stuff.
What's
I
been
think
your least favorite position you've had, or least favorite job?
I'll tell you, first watch, far north central in the middle of winter. It's sometimes it was hard to generate, activity, because we would go from park mark out to park mark out, and just nothing's going on, and it's just cold.
Yeah.
And especially you get that heater working, in the squad car, and got your coat on.
You don't want to get out.
You don't want to get out. And plus there's no reason to get out. And then, 6 o'clock in the morning, here come all the wrecks starting.
Yeah.
And, you're dealing with that, falling asleep, in the squad car, trying to just get through a wrecker showing up to take a car away. So that was tough.
I haven't done this in a long time, but there's been once or twice where we went to a call and it was cold outside, snowing, and have you ever seen where the complainants are at the front porch and they're waving you down? Well, it was so cold, I waved back and I was like, "Come here," and I rolled my window down and they came and I said, "You call 911," and then they proceeded to tell me everything. But we were sitting there in the heat. And then, luckily, suspects left, and we're like, "Okay, great. Let me get your report number and get you."
Yeah.
It was just, I felt bad, but it was freezing. I haven't done that in a while.
See, freezing always gets to me too.
oh yeah,
It's I remember we had a OIS on Ferguson Road, Channel 2.
okay.
And I can't remember if you were out there. You probably were.
The car that flipped.
No, this was the guy that came out in his neighborhood pointing guns at all the cars going by.
Yes.
Man, it was like in the 20s.
Oh yeah.
And I remember Chief Reyes showed up, and he had short sleeve Class A on, and that was it. And it was just so cold.
Yeah. Forget that. Oh, I hate the cold.
I do.
Oh yeah, me too.
I'm not looking forward to January, February, because that's when it gets the coldest out.
No.
Yeah, that was probably the roughest is doing that. Just because there just wasn't nothing going on.
Yeah.
Now I'm working, as far as patrol, I'm working the busiest watch in the entire city right now. Northeast Third Watch.
Yeah.
So there's times I sure would like to be all nice and warm and cozy, waiting for a call to come out, as compared to being a supervisor that has to deal with 20-something priority calls and not enough people to handle them.
Yeah. Oh, I can't imagine. Well, I'm on the list, so maybe I will imagine here soon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So,
You're going to be there.
We'll see what happens. Okay, guys. All right, we are on our 5th wing.
Okay.
All right, I hope you guys are ready.
Don't even tell me what this one's called.
Exactly. Let me wipe some of this grease down.
I feel it coming.
Oh yeah.
I don't feel.
I need a floss or something. We straight.
Sean, if this job did not work out for you, did you have a plan B? Did you have something else? I know you finished one career. Is there something else that you had on your plate?
Man, when I decided it was time, if I was going to do this, I was going to have to do it. I was fully committed.
You never thought about doing anything else, just out of curiosity, this didn't work out?
Well, I mean, I'm professional wrestling, but Renee kind of already had that all cornered, so wasn't any space for me to move into that niche.
Yeah.
I told you earlier, I always loved aviation, loved flying, but it was all stuff that required a lot of foundation work that I really had to start a lot earlier to do. And we were talking earlier too, I've always liked being able to go in and do stuff like if you're going to flip a house or something like that. And tried to dabble in a little of that, kind of doing some home repairs and stuff. And then I'd already applied for Dallas, and the phone call came in after I'd kind of been doing some home repair stuff for just a couple months.
Yeah.
And I was just like, man, if I'm going to do it, I got to do it now.
You're ready.
Yeah.
What about you, Renee?
I think I'm doing it now, right? So I was in intelligence. I caught a case. I'm gonna say it like that, right? And I was in PIU investigation, IED investigation. So I spent a lot of time at home.
Yeah.
Right. So that was reality. It was for me. What is my plan B, C, D?
Yeah.
Right? Because I didn't understand why I was on 8 time. Nobody would explain it to me, and I understood why later. The accusations, allegations, and all that. Right? I was like, okay, well now I know where everybody's, at bay. Right? I probably would have done the same thing and happened to somebody else. Right? I said, okay. I talked to my brothers. I talked to my dad during that time. I said, hey, real estate. Start investing, start understanding it, start working, start investing in yourself, right? Don't depend on a career or a job or your 8 to 5 to take care of your family, right? I always start investing, right? And during that time, that's what I said, and then I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the electrical part, the plumbing part. I learned little parts of it, right?
Yeah.
And even though a handyman, I enjoy. Somebody calls me handyman. I like the nickname, right?
Yeah.
Because you can take care of stuff. You know what I mean? Like a mechanic, anything like that, right?
Yeah.
You're not offended.
I'm not offended. I kind of like it, right? And I guess so people that are really handyman, they rather like the more professional name to it, right? No, I'm an electrician or whatever, right? I'm jack of all trades, but
Yeah, I think that was our role in association.
yeah.
We're handyman.
As far as what you're being the VPs.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
we're the ones that come in and we look for the solutions
Yeah.
and the fixes
That makes sense.
on stuff.
Yeah, and you have to. And you enjoy it too.
Yeah.
And y'all guys have been. How long have you been VP with the Dallas Police?
I've been VP for 2 years, but I've been on the board since 2014.
And what about you, Renee?
Yeah, same thing. Been on the board since 2014.
Oh wow.
And then
You guys been there for a while.
I've always was involved with them, right? But I'm actually, when I say, okay, I'm gonna be the rep. I think y'all were at Southwest when I was the rep over there in NDO.
I believe so. When you were at Southwest.
When I came back from intelligence,
Correct.
and then on major crimes, then I took over. I said, okay, now I'm not in plain clothes no more. I could be in the public's eye view, and I can kind of get involved more.
Yeah.
And that doesn't matter. I mean, I don't think I had a Facebook back then, or what do you call that back then? What was
MySpace?
MySpace. I gotta ask my wife first. I don't know. I don't think I have one. I'm not that good at that stuff either. So if you see me on there, I'm probably just scrolling. I'll hit a like.
I did not have a Facebook till I got into real estate. I did not.
Really?
Never had one.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah.
People talked about it, and I was like, I just didn't know what it was.
And if I had one, I lost the password, so I probably had like 4 or 5 of them. You probably see which one's his, But yeah, it's I think as life has a way of putting you in a certain path, right? I think, and I'm glad it happened to me, right? Because I got to see different things, and because of that, those investigations, and I was able to get involved more. I said, okay, you know what happened to Rene Sanchez is not gonna happen to nobody else.
Exactly.
I'm gonna have someone say so to another officer, a younger officer, that he meant well. He was working hard, this and that, and then the perception of because he walked different, he talked different, allegations came forward, right? And to this day, from all that had happened, nothing ever came out of it.
Yeah.
Right?
That's amazing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
On the federal level, and I'm gonna say federal level, PIU and IED. But I went through all that, and only the man upstairs knows why I went through that, right? But I'm here.
Changed you.
It changed me, slowed me down.
Yeah.
It did slow me down. I got a good friend of mine. Talk to him all the time, and we talk. When we talk, we talk.
Yeah.
I can't talk to Eric Barnes for 5 minutes. Every time we talk for like 30, 45 minutes. And it's because I see him as a brother too, like a close brother, right? And, we've always been close. So when I call him, hey, I need this, but then we go on a spill.
Yeah.
By the time you know we're an hour in, and you know the phone dies, you know. So it's just that. But I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change it.
You wouldn't change things.
Yeah, I wouldn't change a thing.
Well, on a lighter note, what do you guys like to do for fun? What do you do in your downtime, Sean?
I mean, I love to take my Jeep out, you know, go off road, get out in nature. We drove, well, I convinced my wife this summer to go to Colorado to overlanding, you know, off-road camping show. And then while we were there, I convinced her to keep on going to Utah. And we ended up buying this off-road camper, you know, that you can take off-grid.
Yeah.
And it's got water, you know, battery power, all that kind of stuff. Ended up buying a Starlink, you know, all this kind of stuff.
Satellite.
Yeah, just go out there and it's just, and I think some of it too is from where we're at in our career, and especially with the association, that you know, it's just everything's just so much on top of it that, man, it's nice to get out in the middle of nowhere. And everybody's like, well, why'd you buy Starlink then? And I mean, honestly, it's just to watch my Netflix and binge watch shows, because we love doing that. And it's not necessarily to make my phone work or my email work.
Yeah.
But it's just that, to be able to
Really disconnect out.
to kick back. But yeah, I love just getting outside, enjoying nature. I'm a dog guy, and me and the
dogs do you
dog. I just got one. She's a rescue, but she's something else. So a lot of times, you know, we both end up going to all these discipline hearings and all this stuff. And man, I come home at the end of the day and I am just beat. And my thing to do is get the dog, go for a walk, and just I do my best to stay off the phone and everything else, and just walk around and enjoying that time.
What about you, Renee?
Same thing, man. But you know, I like cruising. I got some old school cars, right?
Oh yeah.
I like cruising. I like taking them out. I like cleaning them. The tires, the rims.
Do you collect cars?
Well,
Do you have one?
I got a few, but I can't buy no more. I don't got the space.
Oh, you got your limit right now?
Yeah. Now, if I lived here, probably it would be a different story. But yeah, I like cruising, man. I like putting the top down and listen to old oldies and just cruise with the top down, and people every stop sign.
I didn't know they did that at Jefferson on Sundays. Is that something?
Yeah, it's the Lone Rider shows
Yeah.
and all that. But I'm over here on the southeast side.
Okay.
I grew up in Pleasant Grove, and I still live in Pleasant Grove.
Gotcha.
You know, I'm not one of those guys that says, "Oh, I got to get out the city limits. I got to get away from." Nah, I sleep there. I don't. I enjoy it, right? And plus, my family's there.
Yeah.
My family's there. You know, and then I got a good neighborhood. Everybody knows I'm an officer. Everybody knows I'm a cop. There's some neighbors I meet even to this day, and then they know. Oh, you're the officer. How'd you know? That's the first time I ever met them.
Yeah.
Right. So they know. So I enjoy that. The cruising, but I enjoy a good carne asada at the house with some beers.
That's right. You're like a carne asada, breakfast, lunch, and dinner kind of guy.
Yes, man. To me, if it's up to me, right, I'll have a carne asada every weekend. But I'm limited, at the house, the wifey.
She's looking out for your health.
Well, no, she don't want everybody at the house. After a 6-pack of beer, I invite everybody.
Okay, that's the problem.
Yeah. I get on the phone. Hey, come over here.
Yeah.
Hey, you just bring a 12-pack, and by the time you know it, that cookout, call it barbecue, but I call it carne asada. Not carne asada, right? But it starts at noon and
Are you guys
midnight.
Are you guys into any movies? Are y'all movie buffs or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, I like stupid movies.
Give me an
I
example.
like The Jerk, Airplane, Blazing Saddles.
What about you?
I have a hard time watching movies.
Really?
If I sit down and watch a movie, I'll black out. I'll go to sleep.
Okay.
So I'm real bad. Don't take me to the movies, right? I'm the worst. If I do watch TV, and I don't know why I do it, but I go right to ID investigative, documentaries, biography, and I'll watch that all day.
Yeah.
But I don't know, something about movies, I just can't get into them, right? And I lose. Like I said, I got my concentration span is limited.
Span is limited.
It's very limited.
The Naked Gun. That's the one with Liam Neeson. That one just came out.
Yeah, I hadn't seen the new one.
Oh, it's pretty funny.
Yeah, I'm very limited with that, bro.
Well, guys, we're gonna move on to our sixth wing.
Okay.
We gave you guys a little bit of a break. Got a little talking in.
Why is this one so? They put the whole bottle on this one.
What are you talking about? They're all that way.
I was starting to get hungry, so it was good.
Hey, the breaks in between helps.
Yeah, that we're gonna have to fix that with the staff. It's supposed to gradually get hotter, not cooler.
You think we started backwards? You think so?
Not supposed to.
No, I'm talking about we should start from. Oh no, it's kicking in already. I feel it.
What's a secret talent that you guys have
Oh,
that would surprise people about you, Sean?
I like singing.
Okay.
You might not like hearing me, but I like singing. Pretty much any trip in my vehicle is going to include a concert, which you have to endure.
You used to be with the DPD choir.
Yeah, I sang with the DPD choir. Really, really, really enjoyed that.
I also heard that you were a semi-pro surgeon. I don't know. If
Just
you
semi-pro, though.
Semi-pro.
Yeah,
okay.
just semi-pro.
Okay.
Um,
No surgeon. No. I was going to ask.
I didn't want the education part.
I was going to
of
ask
it.
you to elaborate on that. Because I didn't know if that was a semi-pro surgeon on animals or humans or.
So, I can show you some photos afterwards.
Okay.
The gauze that I've placed in people, since working this job. As far as I know, I'm the only person in the department that has had, this finger in a certain orifice of the human body on multiple things. And somebody literally posted, and this is probably 2018, 2019. I thought I was good. It was an officer-involved shooting. And suspect ends up getting shot in the butt. The helicopter flies overhead and gets a perfect a shot of me with this finger, plugging the hole. So,
That is funny.
yeah, so that's part of my surgery.
Fun.
But I've always really been interested in that.
I'm surprised.
We
Fox
watch.
didn't catch that.
No, we're watching. We're big into watching Landman right now.
Okay.
And if you remember, like one of the first episodes, he busts his pinky, and he's just like cutting it off himself. And I can't even watch that stuff, but I can deal with it. If it's hands on.
Yeah.
And I was lucky enough to take kind of some advanced medical stuff through narcotics early on.
Yeah.
And so I carry a huge medical bag with me wherever I go, and I've had the opportunity to use it, and so that's my semi-pro surgery.
What about you, Renee? What's a secret talent that you possess? I've heard you have a few.
I'm gonna say one of them. I think my years in soccer, for some reason, my toes got super strong. My toes and my feet, right? And I can control each one of them, like if they were fingers.
Yeah.
So when we go swimming at the pool and everything else, I flick everybody off with my feet.
So you're laying back and your feet's out, and you're able to just.
Oh yeah, any finger. I could knock these down and lift one. I could do all kinds of stuff
with your toes.
I guess all those years that I kicked the soccer ball, I was able to curve and manipulate the fat toe, the little toe. I don't know how it happened, but and then and my grip in my hand is I got the same grip in my toes. I can pinch you. And my other talent is PG-13 here, so
gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was funny. What's the This is a really good question. Is what is the most challenging thing you guys have ever done, Renee? Yeah. Looking back, you probably talked about a couple of them already. Some of the things.
Yeah, I think the most challenging was those 18 months.
Being on
A-time.
Being on A-time.
And staying positive.
Yeah.
And staying locked in. And because you lose faith pretty quickly in yourself. You start second guessing yourself. You start questioning everything, and then start having this this mentality that this department has it's a witch hunt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's an expedition hunt or whatever you want to call it, right?
A lot of people think.
Am I an scapegoat? Well, I mean, what's going on, right? Why me? But I was surrounded by strong men, individuals that talked to me and told me, hey, they asked me and I answered them questions, and I said, no, in that case, wait it out. Yeah, wait it out. And then I had a different perspective in life too. I think I needed that time off too, because I was breathing and eating this job.
It slows you down, I think.
Yeah, I was doing it. And when I say I was a cop's cop, I was doing it. I was running and gunning, and there was no limitations. From crackheads, with drugs, to mid-level, to higher, to I always wanted to go a step higher, bigger investigations, bigger arrests, organized crime, cartel, and everything else. And I just wanted to just be embedded into it, right? And I think I didn't have no guidance, right? And then I was going in there blind, and I didn't understand the investigation side of it. I didn't know that nobody was there to kind of guide me to the point to where, hey, slow down, do this, slow down, document this, slow down, write this down, right? Just in case, right? So I didn't have that. That's what I tell these younger officers, right? Hey, slow down, right? Because I can see the bigger picture. I can see why it was interpreted, the job I was doing, how I was doing it, could put me in the situation. Right? So I learned not to blame anybody. Right? It's just life. Yeah. Just hey, let's move forward. Don't have that victim mentality either, right? As an officer, because I do it now, I do it a lot. You'd be surprised the phone calls we get, right, on a daily basis. I would say, well, what'd you do? Well, I did this, and that. But they're coming after me. I said, hold on. You just told me you did 1, 2, and 3. But they're coming after you. Well, yes. I was like, well, slow, and then I have that talk with them. Yeah. And then that's all they needed. And then they tell you, okay, well, how many days am I, how many days am I looking at, or what's going to happen to me? And I tell them straight out.
It's funny you say talk about the days off. We were playing golf with some guys, and obviously we're not going to mention names, but we all had a pot on, we all had a pot. I said, based off what he did, I'm thinking 21 days, and there was like 14, 30, 45. It was pretty funny, and he took it on the chin. Like, he was good. He got his days off.
He's happy.
He's happy.
He's happy.
He got 14, so I lost a bet.
I know who you're talking about.
A big fight we got to fight too right now is, you know what? If you did something, you're gonna take the hit on it.
Yeah.
And we all know that. That's part of the job. But I think where the associations especially come in is if you take that hit and you do your discipline, then you need to be able to get back on the game.
Yeah.
And not have stuff hanging over your head the entire time.
Yeah.
And a lot of the stuff we end up having to pick up the phone and deal with is because of these people that 2 years, 3 years, 4 years down the road, there's still stuff hanging, over their head. And one thing that we talk about a lot, in this career is there's a big difference between a problem up here and a problem here. And we do a lot of stuff where this thing is all about doing the right thing, but we just weren't thinking.
Yeah.
And the policy violation comes up or something like that, and you end up riding the bench, for a while on administrative leave, where that was never the intent here. And that's why I think it is so hard, the officers that we talk to, that, I mean, they're going through everything in their mind. We're going through one right now that's, waiting on further, stuff to happen. And I completely get everything here was 100%. But, there's a couple policy things, and it's encouraging them to continue. And one of the problems we have is you're on A time. After a while, your buddies aren't picking up the phone, calling you all the time, checking on you. And it's not our intent, but we leave, our brothers and sisters hanging on that stuff, and it's big. But I would say when you ask me this question, the number one thing for me, the hardest thing I've done in this career, was putting on that uniform and leaving my family for July 7th. And man, it was tough. Sorry.
I don't know. Oh yeah, affected us all. That's another thing too, that you see a lot of these officers, they come out of a 14-day suspension or 10-day suspension or just an investigation period, right? And they continue to have this mentality, and they shut down, right? So I see that I have the biggest obstacle is after I get them out, right? Out of investigations, or we get them out, right? We assist them, we help them, we guide them. Hey, you know what? And then shut down.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's huge.
Yeah, instead of having that mentality, that they gotta, I'm gonna shut down this department. I'm gonna leave the department. I'm gonna go somewhere else, right? And then
or even worse, they're training people with a negative attitude.
Yeah, and we see that a lot. And they pass it on, and
It's too bad because, after getting to know you guys more, talking to you and interview, it's like you guys are such big advocates for the officers, and it's like, man, everything you said I agree with completely. And it's just like it's I wish there was more of you guys out there at the station levels to be like, because there are times when people just need that talking to.
Yep.
Or they need somebody to reach out to or get that stuff off their chest, because it's such a mental game sometimes, like you guys said. And man, I wish there was more of you two guys around DPD. I mean, you're there obviously, but we have so many officers, and it's like, you can't get to everybody, or you're trying your best, and sometimes if those people don't reach out to you, then they may never get a that speech that you talking about, or that something, get that thing off their chest, because they just didn't reach out, and the officers, their buddies, don't say anything. And so it's kind of a bad situation. But man, I just wish there were more guys like you, because y'all truly do care, no doubt.
And you'd be surprised how just the average officer, if you just tell them, hey, there's this control number on you, they'll fall apart.
Yeah.
Just with that, I said, well, what's the control number about? Oh, I guess I've been coming to work late. I said, okay, we'll just wake up earlier, come in, that's it. Yeah. And just sign the letter, documented counseling, and get out the way. Mm-hmm. And they'll just fall apart.
They do. I'll tell you a quick funny story.
They'll fall apart.
Before we go to our next wing, I had a rookie rotation, and something happened the night before, and the night that I was supposed to go to work, I called in sick, and she calls me the next day, and she's crying, and she's like, I laugh about it because it's silly, but something happened to where they thought we didn't do an arrest that we were supposed to. We didn't make an arrest, but they thought it was the wrong one.
Right.
Well, there's a squirrely guy, and he brought it to some commander's attention, and so they took my whole rotation away, and she's like, they mentioned getting a control number and going to IED and this and that. I was like, I will make some calls. You're fine. I'll quit crying. And, and I made some calls, and it was nothing. Nothing happened, but you're right, because people do, the younger officers fall apart because, it's so mental that we assume, like, man, this is the end of the world.
It is.
And it's not,
And they shut down.
They shut down.
Well, we work in a profession too that, due to liability, we operate off this knee-jerk reaction. And just like what you're talking about.
It was. Yeah.
That if everybody sat down together, which is, I think, huge on what we try to do.
Yeah.
Sit down together. Let's discuss
You guys
this.
are here today.
Yeah. Let's discuss this and figure out how to move
Yeah.
forward. We come from a environment of
Yeah.
it's just so knee-jerk reaction.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden people show up at work and find out, you're not training them anymore. You're no longer working here. You're moving over there. And it takes your breath away.
Well, guys, we are to our last two wings.
Oh.
Last two. So we're going to get on to the seventh wing. And I'm going to ask you guys some association questions, if you don't mind.
If I'm able to talk afterwards.
That's good.
What do you feel your... Sorry, guys. Hold on.
That was rough.
Yeah, it was.
Which one's that one?
I don't even know.
What's the name of
I
that?
think that was... is that the bomb? That might be the bomb, or... Oh, no, I don't even know.
That's a Devils again.
This...
Some more of that butthole.
Yeah.
What do you feel your association's top priorities are for officers right now, Sean?
I mean, it's officer rights. But that takes on a lot of different things.
Yeah.
And I think one of the things we've talked a lot about too is the aspect of mentoring the officers as well. So fighting for them, but also helping to guide them with everything we do.
What about you, Renee?
Give me a second right now.
Okay.
What was the question again?
What do you feel your association's top priorities are right now for officers?
I think that's, man. I got to edit this part right here. I think I swallowed something.
Okay. I'll give you an extra second.
And that one hit the tongue hard.
That one hurt.
Yeah,
That one hurt.
can't even talk.
Look.
Pause.
Okay.
All right.
Pause contact.
Pause. Burning my back of my tongue.
Worse.
Okay. Back on.
Okay. You good, Jonathan? Okay.
Take your time, Jonathan.
Woo!
Oh, golly. Man, my lips are throbbing.
Okay, Renee, what do you feel your association's top priorities are for officers right now?
Man, I can't even talk. Can you talk, please?
Well, you want to talk about your association's priorities?
Is there something that your association does that would actually surprise people?
So I think as an association, I think it shifts. It's not it's seasonal. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now we focus on meeting confer. This is priority right now,
Yeah.
right? So, for the officers, that's salary, it's base, it's market base.
Yeah.
That right now, that's what it is. Pension, that's what it is. Priority. Obviously, representation, defending them, that's all year round. That doesn't stop. Getting people out of trouble, that doesn't stop, right?
Yeah, I can only imagine the phone calls you guys take.
Yeah.
That's nonstop,
Yeah.
right? So, for me, it's depending on what year it is, time of the year, it shifts. Priorities always change for us. It's not a cut and paste, right?
And you guys both had great answers.
We have a mission. We have a mission, and that mission is not. We have bylaws. We have everything else, right? But for us, it's always let's make sure that the officers are safe, right?
Yeah.
Man, I can't even talk.
Well, on that note, we're going to finish. We finished all our questions. We move on to our rapid fire. Guys, I created some paddles for you guys. So you can see that, one side is Renee, the other side is Sean.
Why do I look fat in mine?
Hey, that's what you gave me. I had to make them about as even as I could.
And when I'm drunk, I can.
And those are for you guys to take home, so you're welcome to take those.
Oh, thanks. I'll use it on my drive home.
That's memorabilia for the show. It's a memorabilia. So I'm going to go through a series of questions, but before we begin, we got one last wing. This is it. This is the end of the challenge.
We have to do it before?
Yes, before.
I'm still on this one.
But now you got to force yourself for the last wing. All right.
I'm a nibble on this one.
Oh, come on. No. Hey, you've been doing great. Look at all that. You too, everybody.
This is an ugly one,
This
too.
is it.
That's rough, too.
Ooh. So who's got the better spice tolerance today?
Y'all do.
Ooh, yeah. I think me.
Yeah?
Peas.
Yeah.
I think Sean's winning it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, put your paddle up.
You got to
There you
vote?
go.
You got to vote. There we go. Sean won.
Yeah.
Which association has the best parties?
I mean, I got to vote for my association.
No,
but
Well, I can't answer that because I've never been.
huh?
So,
You've been a cop's cop.
this was the first year. Last year was the first year I ever been to a Cop Scout.
Really?
Here's the cop's cop.
Yeah.
Here's the dish here.
Well, what's the answer, Sean? You didn't give it up. Let's be giving honest on it. Let's
Non Hooters, DPA has it. Hooters.
Yeah. The thing is, I think you got to answer that because you go to both. So
We've heard you go both
I
ways.
plead the fifth.
Yeah. We've heard you go both ways.
I plead the fifth.
No. Since I got invited with Peas and Lujan, the ATO, Cop Scout.
Yeah.
That was the first time I ever been to a DPA function.
Oh, wow.
So
I think it's great I've been to all of them and Brotherhood, and it's like everybody gets a table at each other's, like
Yeah.
Brotherhood.
We do a good job supporting each
everybody.
other.
Yeah, I think it's great.
But somehow I ended up at the Leo gala this year
yes.
and ended up spending money on
Thank you.
pinatas that look like the chief of
You bought,
police.
like 6 pinatas.
Yeah. Appreciate that.
Oh, man, that last one hurt.
Oh,
I
yeah.
did.
Who's got the better mustache? There he goes. There.
Oh, man.
Who's most likely to be in the command staff at DPD or another agency at some point in their career?
Well, ain't going to be no other agency.
That's-
But yeah, I think I'm the politician.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to raise it up, man. Come on, fight through the pain.
I give it to Peas.
Who's got the better jokes?
Oh.
He got some pretty good humor, and he hits you with that dry stuff.
Who's had more ID complaints?
Oh, that one.
Hands down. I had like a, what do you call those? Sam cards, what do you call those?
Frequent flyer.
Yeah.
Which association has the best swag?
Oh yeah, they don't even have ducks. No, you don't even have ducks put on your dash.
You don't have the ducks?
See where you look. So I will say this. 'Cause I've been to the office, DPA's office.
It's got a CT there now though.
Yeah, I got a criminal trespass. Well, when I go to meeting confirm meetings, we at the DPA, right? We hold them at different. Well, they have great stuff, right?
Why don't you vote for me?
That you can wear when I work,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
You can't wear DPD shirts off duty. You can't wear none of that off duty.
So you're saying you swag, you can wear it anywhere.
So we have golf tournament stuff.
Yeah.
We got St. Patty stuff. Dia de los Muertos.
Yeah.
Boxing. We got stuff that you can wear, your wife can wear, your kids can wear, and still represent. And
I did see your Dia de los Muertos golf shirt. I will say it was pretty cool.
Okay.
And then you can wear it off duty. You can wear it with your kids.
Yeah.
You could be at the store, you could be at a concert, and you still wear it. And people are going to see it. Oh, that's back to blue.
Yeah.
That's nice stuff. That's good stuff.
Who's most likely to retire and start a new career?
I think House Flipper here.
Yeah, because he's already in that.
Yeah,
So-
I'm already elderly.
You've had, you told me you've had like 27 careers, but so after DPD, you're done.
I hope.
And no more for
I hope
you.
2 pensions, you should be good.
Should be.
And
Which
then-
one of you guys consumes more caffeine on shift?
I came here drinking my coffee, man.
I don't drink coffee. Man, that last one.
I know. Oh man.
And last question, who's better at keeping a straight face when someone is telling you something ridiculous or some nonsense?
Yeah, I've seen people tell him ridiculous stuff.
Guys, that concludes our show. Thank you guys so much for coming. I truly appreciate it.
We got DFR on the standby.
Yeah, I made that last one on purpose.
I'm hurting pretty bad right now as well.
Yeah,
So,
it is.
guys, thanks again for tuning in. We'll see you on the next one.